Hi guys, Richard Retro here. I thought I'd do a little random video in my games room. Not as like a random video, but it's just a little pickups video. And what have I done in the last week or so? Oh, hopefully you guys have been following me on Twitter and Facebook. But yeah, it's lots of laughs and yeah, pretty lots of random stories to tell. Okay, so in my last video I said I was going to London Anime and Gaming Con. So it's probably been about 3 or 4 days since then. There's always too many beers, take a few days to recover, slowly get stuff normally in my car into the house and everything, to sort everything out. But yeah, so that's the start from the beginning. So last Friday, it's actually Thursday now, but hopefully this will go out Friday night. So basically a week, 6 days my time, 7 days your time, a week your time. Yeah, so I left Cornwall at 9 o'clock, got on the train, so yeah, no problems for once, getting on the train. It's weird, I've got OCD, so I always have to face the way I'm going, or else I'm crying, or else I'm like, moving around like a crazy person. So yeah, so when I booked the train, you get your own little like fucking little place on the train, and I was like facing the wrong way. I had a table, but I was facing the wrong way, so I'm like rocking backwards and forwards. But yeah, so I thought I'd leave my little reserved seat area, go down to like I guess the normal carriages, and I finally found a table. There's one guy sitting there. I was thinking, oh. So sat down with him, got my iPad out, just played on the iPad. Mainly just like board games on the iPad. So I don't really play much video games on the iPad. It's really weird, just sort of board games. Yeah. So the idea was to go up to London Gaming and Anime Con. My mate Katsu, he invited me up there. I remember liking it was at the weekend, thinking, oh, I forgot I had the weekend off. And my mate, he invited me. I guess he wanted a hand to set some consoles and stuff up. So he messaged me, he said, you know, come up mate. So, yeah, so I went up, booked the train ticket, yeah, got on the train, but he wasn't turning up. I think he was driving from Oxford, and he wasn't like driving sort of get to the hotel till about 7 o'clock. So, for some reason, the train, which normally takes about 3.5 hours, was like 4.5 hours. Well, there is a reason, because it stopped at every bloody station. It's like, stopping everyone. I'm like, for God's sake, I just want to get there. But I finally got into London about 2 o'clock. The train was like 5 minutes late. But yeah, so I got off at Paddington, and I had some games with me which I wanted to trade in. So hopefully that would be a trade-in sort of like I sort of filmed it with my GoPro, but I completely forgot about it because I just turned it on, thinking I'll just do a little tour of the play. I went to Play Nations, so yeah, I had some games to trade in to Play Nations. I was in Croydon. One of my friends is called Ramen. He's actually from Cornwall, and he works for land registration. Basically, every time you like sell a property and stuff, he does all that, but he's into coding, so he does all the coding for them. And then one of the bases in Croydon, London, and one of them is in Plymouth. And they had a special. He normally works in Plymouth, but there's a special project or something up in London, so they're looking for volunteers. So I said to him, mate, you got to get up, there. So I met him in Croydon. Also, yeah, so I met up with him, and also go play Nation games. Oh, well, too many beers at the weekend. Still suffering. Yeah, so I traded some games and we walked around. That was bloody hilarious. And I could hear like a voice. I'm like, who's that voice? And there's these two guys and I'm watching TV and it's fucking Jeffro. Jeffro's like a Cornish comedian. I'm thinking, great. I travelled like 4.5 hours, about 500 miles, getting here, bloody random Cornish comedian. That was quite funny. So we went, yeah, after I traded some games then. And shall I do the games I got? Yeah, these are the games I got. They got the old Atari ST, I guess, Spectrum games down to the right, and Amiga games, so some of them were like 99p. So these are the ones that I picked up. I forgot, I can't even pronounce that. Must be Venus Flytrap. I love my little random games. These are for like 99p. Voyage of Discovery. Can never remember what. That's Amiga. Realms? Never played that, but it looks a bit like, I guess it's like a strategy game. Civilization, maybe? Impossible Mission. And that is for the C64. Enduro Racer. And one of these which was actually missing, hopefully it's there. Ultimate Play the Game. Oh, I can't even pronounce that, but it looks like Nightshade. And these are like 99p. So you can't go wrong. So I put my games on the table. and they sort of added it up, and it was taking 10 minutes or so for them to add it all up. So I wanted £75 at the beginning of, basically I thought £75 trading. I think I only got about 63 something. But there was some games that I wasn't even bothered about. Wasn't really bothered about. I did have a Captain Caveman. Not Captain Caveman. Handheld Caveman. I remember as a kid picking up always thinking, how come you're not Captain Caveman? If you know Captain Caveman, he was like a cartoon. And the same kind of like graphics, the same people who did or illustrations as, I think it was Scooby-Doo. So yeah, it was basically the same, but Captain Caveman was like Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo was like Captain Caveman, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Okay, this off track. Yeah, so I had like a Caveman like handheld. I've been trying to sell it at conventions. I think I was trying to sell it for like 15 or 20 quid, but the amount of times little kids would pick it up and like slam it on the floor. Last event, it must be about 5 times the same. Different kids were just like dropping it. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna break, and I'm just gonna like basically lose the value on it. So I decided to take it up there. I think I got about £13 trade in. I think I got in the end for that one. We'll actually look at the receipt at the end of the day. Anyway, yeah, I traded some games. I think it was £63. Walked around the shop, but as you can see, I got shitloads of games. I didn't hardly need anything at all. Like walking around thinking, got that. Thinking, do I need this one? Yeah, I've got that one. And always look at the side of it. Oh, I think I need that one. Look at the cover. No, I got that. Got that. And my mate Ron was like taking the piss out of me, thinking, great. And there were some board games that were there. I was thinking, oh, do I pick up some board games and card games? I thought, oh, I might get one of them. So I did pick up one that was Pathfinder, but it's fucking this big. And then I think great, I'll be carrying around this around London. I thought, oh, I think it's a bit lighter than the games I took, because I took loads of stuff. And I was like, just on the underground, like fucking hitting everybody. With my like bloody, my fucking trades bag and my fucking suitcase. I always had my underground ticket in my back pocket, so I was always walk up to the little like turnstile, and I would stop and like just put my hand in my back pocket because all my hands are full, and then people were like just like pushing me in the back. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa! I was like, calm down, mate, calm down, bloody let me stop, because they've all got their fucking Oyster cards and go walking around. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so I think first of all, I think it came to about 60 quid. And I was like, oh, I need to find something for £3. But in behind the counter, oh, there was 2 games actually that were missing, and it was Virtua Fighter Remix for the Sega Saturn, and Slip Speed. I don't know, Sliphead. I don't know. I think it's Sliphead. Sliphead. I don't know. I know this game. And these are the only games. They're probably really expensive, or they're a bit expensive in the shop. You're probably getting cheaper, but I didn't actually have them in my collection. So I thought, you know, just traded some stuff in. And yeah, a bit of a story. I'll tell you a little story on them in a minute. I was too busy thinking about going to the pub. Yeah, and that came to about, I think it was what, 60 quid, 61 quid, and I'm thinking, oh, damn it. You know, there's not much I really sort of like we're looking for. But in behind the counter, I always think, oh, what's in behind the counter? So I was like looking around in behind the counter. And they had a box GameCube, which I didn't actually have from my collection. I asked the ladies to look through it for me, and it didn't actually come with the game. But I sort of like preempted, thinking, I've picked this up at the car boot. I know this is the only disc that actually comes with the game. I don't think you can actually buy the GameCube game separate. But yeah, and how much was it without the game? It's a little bit destroyed, but still happy to have it in the collection. And it was the Pokemon Colosseum Mega Pack. So this comes with a normal black GameCube, Pokemon box, Pokemon Colosseum, and it's like a memory card, and also a Nintendo game, what's it called, link cable, advanced cable. So this is, there's only a couple more I think I'm missing, is Metroid Prime. So I thought, you know, I might as well just have that, just to say it's in my collection. I think the price on that was actually 40 quid, which I was sort of happy with. It comes with, like I said, the memory card, but the memory card is actually sealed and says not to be sold separate on it. The GameCube is in really mint condition. The power lead was like a European power lead, so that was a bit confusing. Oh, it's a European power lead. So, not quite sure. It's still PAL, but I don't know why it was like a European power lead. And game-wise, I've actually got I had the game in my collection. I think I might have just taken it out. Pokemon Colosseum, where is it? Have I already put it in there? Yeah, I think I've already put it in there. Yeah, it's actually in the box. It's still fucking hard to put it all together. Like so So yeah, I had this in the collection. I think I picked up the car boot a good over a couple of years ago. I remember picking it up thinking it says not to be sold separate. So I knew it would actually go with that Verge on the box console. And it comes with Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon Box. And yeah, like I said, I remember picking this up a couple of years ago, thinking this is the one that goes with the Pokemon Colosseum pack. And if I ever get a chance of picking up the pack without the game, it'll be cheaper for me. And so yeah, so about 2 or 3 years later, it actually worked out pretty good. So I'm happy. I'm happy to pay £40 for that. The controller's in good condition. I think I swapped out the box with our black GameCube boxed, but it was a better one that was there. So I just swapped the boxes around, because the one I had was probably a bit bad. And I'll be able to basically either trade it in, or sell it sell it at one of my gaming events for like, I don't know, box one for 20, 25 quid. So yeah, so really happy. Really happy to get that. Yeah, so we were thinking about going to the pub, so I'm like, oh, let's maybe go to the pub. So we went to, I guess one of the little, the sort of like posh pubs where the burger was like 10 quid or something. I'm like, bloody hell, 10 quid for a burger. But when we went to the bar and ordered food, they're like, oh, we don't do food between 3 and 5. I'm like, fuck off, what kind of place is this? But the weird thing is, they had Cornish Orchard cider, which I'm from the village where that Cornish Orchard cider is actually like made. So once again, I travelled 400 miles, like 5 hours on the train, wherever it is. They go to the pub. I'm like, bloody, there's Cornish Orchards, and it says like Julo. I'm from Julo, so yeah, I was like, man. I remember chatting up the farmer's daughter who owns the field. Actually, in that field years ago. Now it's like a bloody orchard, and yeah, it's worth millions and millions of pounds. I didn't know he sold it. He sold it for like £5 million. This Cornish orchards. I just remember him like building up just a small little, just planting some trees in like a field. the apple trees in the field, or the pear trees in the field, about 10 years ago, and now it's just worth like millions of pounds. I think, bloody hell, I should have done that. Anyway, let's carry on the story. Yeah, so whenever we went to we found Weatherspoons because they didn't do any food, and every Weatherspoons is always the same, isn't it? It's always the same price, same thing. So I had a few beers, we had a good chat. And he was actually coming back to Cornwall, so he was going back to Cornwall, and I was going to meet Katsu. If you don't know who Katsu is, he's from Retro Collect. He's been to probably every single sort of like Retro Collect event, or the guys have always got a table. He's always the one and only person that's always there. Some of the other guys, they sometimes help and that. Mainly they stay up north, so they always just seem to go to the northern events. But Katsu goes to so many like London events and that, just sort of like representing Retro Collect. Which he's a bit annoyed because he always does them, but then all the other guys, all they do is just stay on the forums, stay on the website, and they never seem to only participate in just like the Leeds market, or they didn't even like wish him good luck for like having an event in London. But he's a really good lad. So I think he actually went to the gaming event, London Anime gaming event. I think he had retrograde on, so instead of saying Retro Collect, he was retrograde. So he sort of just went as himself rather than as Retro Collect. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we've got on the train. I had to go to Victoria and go northwards. I think it was northwards. Yeah. Yeah. We both had to get off at Victoria. He had to go to Paddington, my mate Ramen, and I had to go north up to Finsbury Park. So bloody, the train was like fucking busy. I'm there with like my bags I just brought, like literally hitting everybody. I'm like, for fuck's sake, this is crazy. And then we'd all just like silent for 2 minutes and thinking, fucking all aboard the miserable train. Bloody, does anyone ever talk? Literally no one reacted. They all had like mobile phones, they all had like the books, the headphones. Me and my mate were just laughing, and then we had like a conversation for like 10 minutes, like really loudly, and no one even like looked at us. And we're like, mate, we're just like talking about we just had Jeffro, Cornish side, and we're like, bloody hell, we come over here. It's funny, we see like things about fucking from Cornwall, and this guy behind it goes, I'm from Camborne. Camborne's fucking like deep into Cornwall. We all burst out laughing. I'm from Camborne. So we started talking to him for 5 minutes. It's fucking hilarious, mate. Oh, I'm from Camborne. Bloody hell, we come up here to see another fucking Cornishman. This video's pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah. And my mate's like, okay, it's 5:30 and we're about to get off at Victoria. You're going to have fun, mate, with your bags. Okay, what do you mean gonna have fun with the bags? You wait till in a minute. fucking get on the tube station, just walking through, and they've obviously got the turnstiles, but there's like about 1,000 people in front of me, about 1,000 people behind me, and because I had so many bags in my fucking suitcase, I had to go through sort of the other sort of like turnstile machine, which was about this big, which is just for like luggage and stuff, but everyone else is like trying to, normal people with no luggage was trying to use it as well, and I was like, oh my god, fucking destroyed. I think that's how maybe some of my GameCube got a bit crushed at the side, because the GameCube just got crushed on the fucking underground. It's fucking hilarious. So like, I was like, bye mate! When I had to take I think it was a Northern line, or I think it was a Northern line or something, or because Croydon was on the overground, so I had to go from Croydon to fucking Victoria, get off at Victoria, and then go in the underground at Victoria, I think, and then go upwards. And my mate was going to Paddington, so I had to go on the Victoria line upwards. And I'm like, boy, getting like fucking pushed along. I'm thinking, this is fucking ridiculous. How can people do this every single day? It was like killing me. Yeah, so yeah, we went to the hotel. I got there probably about 6:30, and my mate Katsu, he was actually driving in, so I'm like, phoning him, where are you, mate? Am I at the right hotel? So I had the details, just basically the postcode. I had no name, just a postcode, and I'm looking at the only hotel in like a street in London, thinking, this must be it. Sat down, had a beer, and then, yeah, my mate turned up, Katsu turned up, and we had a few beers. Had a few beers as you do. And then Tom from Retro Collect came along as well. So I'm the only other person I've seen from Retro Collect Friday. So Tom, he's a good lad. He's been to lots of events as well. So he was there. Then we just went out for there's a random pre-party at I think it was the Arsenal London Tavern, just down the road. Oh man, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I was like, yeah, let's go to the Arsenal Tavern. And they're having some anime party and that, so we had a few beers and it was so funny. Every like pint glass I had at the weekend was like plastic. I'm thinking, what the hell? I remember a Katsu coming up with like fucking 3 pint glasses like this, with like his fingers in it. I sort of had to go. I'm like, mate, why are you sticking your fingers in my pint glass? He goes, I can't fucking carry him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, cheers, factory Dick G's fingers in my fucking pint glass. And then on the Saturday, when it was my turn to get the beers, I'm like, what the hell? Like trying to juggle 3 pint glasses, like one like that, and half the pint glasses went on the floor, thinking, this is stupid. How can you carry three plastic pint glasses? Why are they all fucking plastic in London? We're not all thugs and be fighting and glassing each other. In Cornwall, they're fucking glass, mate. You know? I'm there like this. And he goes, "Where's half my pint?" I go, "Mate, I don't want to finger your pint." He goes, "Now you know what I'm on about." I'm like, "Yeah, mate, yeah." So anyway, yeah, we got up about we had a few beers, had some burgers and chips. Man, I think I had about 9 burgers and chips over the whole weekend. I love the burger and chips. Oh yeah, when we go back to the hotel, some random guy who's on the cross and goes, "Hey mate, you want some NBNA or something, or NAB?" Or I think I go, "What the fuck is NAB or NBN?" I'm like, "What's that, mate?" Tom was like, "I think that's like ecstasy." I go, "Mate, back in my day, it was just called Ease." They just had the smiley face in halfway through the 90s. Not this NBNA rubbish. I thought that was a credit card. That's so fucking random. That was so random. Just like, "God, you want some drugs, mate?" I'm like, "Great, I'm just trying to walk to my bloody hotel." Yeah, because those guys went to get some chicken. I'm the worst black guy. I hate chicken. So I went to the kebab shop because I love burgers. Oh, so many burgers at the weekend. Yeah, anyway, so we got up at 8 o'clock. We were booked a taxi to the event. The event wasn't too far from my hotel, but we had quite a lot of stuff to carry. Katsu obviously had some of the consoles, the games and that set up, so I was like carrying some stuff for him. And so we got in this taxi. We gave the guy the address on the phone of, yeah, so it was just literally down the road. And we were about it was like a 10-minute taxi drive, or 8 minutes by iPhone. And like 40 minutes later, we still hadn't got there. The guy didn't even know where he was going. We gave him the address, and then apparently the guy at the I don't know, the terminal where we call it, who picked up the phone call, gave the guy the wrong address. And then when we actually told him the right address, he still didn't know. I'm like, "What? I go, you're the worst London taxi driver ever, mate." I'm like, "You hear your bloody, I don't know, Toyota fucking hybrid?" He goes, "No, no, when you got a hybrid, mate, you always get lost." It was a petrol, half your petrol would have gone, mate. It was a joke, it was a joke. He didn't know anything. I'm like, "Yeah, we need to go to the university, mate." And it's literally like an 8-minute drive, and he didn't even know what the university is. Like, the university obviously is in this area, near the nearest university. And the guy didn't even have a clue, mate. The guy didn't have a clue. So we basically ripped him to this guy. Finally got there, set all the consoles out up, and yeah, it was just such a good day, such a good day. Did quite a lot of random gaming. Went first time on the Oculus Rift. Yeah, and she's like a game designer, and I put on this Oculus Rift, and it was just like, it was well good. It was well good. I did have a little leaflet somewhere. And she had like a Game Boy, or she has a NES controller, but I took a Game Boy along so she can actually probably in the future use it as a Game Boy. And you put it on. I know she's going to future events, so I don't know whether to spoil it for you, but she just created a program of her own game, and basically you're in like a classroom. So you're looking around, and there's like a teacher, and you've got like a Game Boy like hide on the table, and you can actually bring the Game Boy out like this. And then you can actually, but you have to use the NES controller, and you can actually start playing an actual game on the Game Boy. And I'm not quite sure if she's actually made up that game, or was the game actually like it's actually real. But I can't actually remember. But yeah, it's just a normal little platform game. So you're going through, just playing it, and suddenly the teacher's going, "Oh, excuse me, pay attention." And you have to like put the Game Boy under, and you have to keep on doing that until you sort of like get to the end of the level of actually in the Game Boy. You actually got a proper Game Boy that comes up to your face just like that. But halfway through, a little kid like taps you on the shoulder and he goes, excuse me, can you try firing in that bin? And you have to like, what? So you have to get like, I guess it's like a straw like spit, and you have to try and like pick up like some paper and like spit it into a bin. And I remember doing that first, and I'm like thinking, what the hell's going on? So I'm like practicing spitting into this bin in the far corner when Oculus Rift, and sort of like firing it and then suddenly get my Game Boy out and playing it. I'm thinking, that's a bit random. So I started like playing it like that. And then you get to the end boss, and he goes, and suddenly, instead of it being on the Game Boy, the end boss actually comes up in front of you. It's actually proper on the Game Boy. It's proper like green screen, and then it comes up full onto you. I'm not sure she designed it or not, but it was really weird. It was so good, and he had like a proper boss. It was all in colour and everything. And the boss was like flying around, and he was like firing, and he had to like jump, and all we do was just jumping and firing. I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do? I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, going backwards and forwards, thinking, what the hell, I'm about to die. So I died, and thinking, what the hell, this is random. How am I supposed to beat this boss? I haven't even done him once. And I'm thinking, oh, what was the point of the spit thing that was firing in the bin? So then I actually like, got my little spit gun out, and I was like firing at the dragon in front of me. It was like going like that. And then I was like, and then it would like hit the dragon would fall on the floor, and then I could actually go along and actually fire and actually go along and actually shoot him. And I kept like rinse and repeating that, but it was so good just the way it was on a little Game Boy like this in front of you, actually in the Oculus Rift like 3D and that. And then so the end boss actually properly comes up to you right there, and like a proper game. It was so good. I think she was a programmer. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure she designed that game, but you never know. But yeah, so I had to go on that. Yeah, the Retro Lords are there, so. Don't know the Retro Lords there. They're funny guys. They are. They go to quite a lot of events in sort of like the southwest and that, and not the southwest, but in the southeast. Man, I think they're based in Essex actually. So always going to like, I think it's like Geek and Video Games Carnival. So they're always there. They go to like little events and sometimes do the quizzes and stuff and do the competitions. So it was quite good. Ian Wall was there. He's a good lad. He is. He always enters all the competitions. He came second in the Classic Video Games Championship. So he's normally really good at games and that. So it's good to see you, mate. Good to have a chat and a few beers with you. Sammy, I always forget his second name. Sammy, he's the Mario Kart World Champion. He was just playing Mario Kart all day. We had a good chat as well. I was well read. I was at 2 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, bring on the beers, bring on the beers. And suddenly people walk around with burgers. I'm like, mate, where did you get the burgers from? There's a burger van out back. Went out back, found the burger van. I thought, yeah, cool, got a burger. And then suddenly everyone else in the whole con realised there's a burger van out there. So when I tried to get a burger later on, it took like 45 minutes to queue up and get a burger. Oh, such a fucking crazy day. Yeah, so basically we had, I think it was 4 or 5 TVs set up. When the Dreamcast was Sega Rally. I'm trying to fucking think. I think there was a couple of Xboxes games set up. With Cardinal Sins. And it was basically like time trial, score attack, and we're just standing there, just look after the console, just ask people to sign up. So people just sign up, do their own scores. I'll start playing some of them. And on the opposite side of us was like another guy who set all his stuff up. He had loads of consoles and stuff, but he didn't seem to be there all weekend. We seemed to be looking after all these stuff. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But yeah, they had a GoldenEye on the N64, and every GoldenEye I always go to the facility thinking, has the turbo cheat been done? Have they done the turbo cheat or they beat the time? I think it's 3 minutes. I'm like, oh no, they haven't. So I always go in it, always go on each farm, make sure I always try and get turbo mode for every golden eye cart that I see. Because that's all I do. A bit random. But yeah, and this guy had like a box of games on the floor, and I'm thinking, what is this random whole box of games he's got on there? So on Sunday morning, I was thinking, oh, I want to go car boot, and suddenly he had like a massive box of games. So I just pulled out a box of games. I'm like, oh my god, it's like Mega Man for the NES, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man. It was all the Mega Mans for the NES. I'm thinking, why would he leave all these games there? So I just took a random photo, that was mine. I was like trying to find the guy for like the whole con to buy them off him. He had like Mega Man. There's like, I think there was Metroid. There's loads of like NES games. Okay, he had all this Zeldas as well. I think they're all just there, just in a random box on the floor. I'm thinking, anyone could have just took that box and like left, and we didn't bloody noticed. We didn't know who. Still don't know who's of all those games. Still don't know all those consoles and games that were set up. We had a Panasonic. Or was it Panasonic Q? Is it? I don't actually have it. It's like a. It looks like a DVD player. I think it's Panasonic Q. I don't have it in my collection anyway. I could do with one. I've seen two at car boots before, but it's just all these old people thinking they're buying a goddamn CD player. You're like, oh God's sake, I just want to buy that. But yeah, there's one of them on the side. So yeah, it's a really good event. Evening wise, and obviously we're there just all afternoon. Pretty wrecked. I would say sort of the gaming area just finished about 7. We just got some food again, I guess, and then we just had a few beers, and then there was some kind of like dubstep, Japan music, or J-pop music, stroke dubstep, stroke gaming music. So that on sort of the dance floor. It was 18s and over, so I was like, whoa, rocking the shapes. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box and a reindeer. I was loving it. It was so funny. But yeah, while the other guys, they were off and talking about another area, doing fucking karaoke. It was fucking hilarious, mate. Fucking hilarious. So the Retro Lord, they did System of a Down. There was also people doing Papa Roach. I was like, Father, 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 Father. Remember spirits, why have you forsaken me? I was like wrecked, just screaming about System Down, thinking, oh my god, I feel well old. This came out in like 2001. Thinking, whatever happened to System of the Down? So yeah, it wasn't like your average like karaoke, but it's quite a lot of moshy songs and it's random. I think there was a random Aladdin song as well, mate. But yeah, it was pretty hilarious. It's all you sort of all like the anime and sort of like gaming geeks. It's all having a good singing on, which is brilliant, mate. Which is brilliant. And then I just went on dubstep, J-pop dancing, loving it. So yeah, met lots of random people as well. 90s video game dude, he was there. He was actually helping us actually. So met up with him. He's a good lad. He was. Yeah, I walked around doing a video, and he was like right there at the end. On the top floor, they sort of had all like it's all newer consoles. I guess it was Smash Brothers because everyone kept coming to us saying, "Oh, you got Smash Brothers tournament on?" I'm like, "Nah, I think we've got Smash Brothers over there." But it's like Smash Brothers Melee or something. Smash Brothers Melee for the goddamn N64 or something. But they were actually looking for the Wii version. Obviously, Smash Brothers, I don't know, 20, whatever it is up to now. Or Mario Party 15. So they were all doing upstairs as well. But yeah, and there was a quiz as well. The Retro Lords were doing a quiz. They did 15 questions, sort of like retro gaming it. 15 questions, sort of like next gen. And like 15 questions, sort of like quotes. Man, I was really wrecked and got half the questions wrong. I scored more than modern day ones, mate. I was just on there on my like, oh, would I just eat? And he's sort of like helping me out. But I'm not sure if he saw like some of the questions and stuff. I'm sure he did. But yeah, like a whole team of like 8 people. I'm just like absolutely wrecked. Like, oh, I don't know half these people. I don't know half these questions. I don't know half these bloody sayings. Thinking I should get that. I'm like, oh, it's like what was the end boss of fucking Metal Gear Solid or something? I'm like, oh, I don't know, I can't even remember. Yeah, too many beers by then. But also met Amy from Heart of Gaming. So I think they might have had a couple of arcade machines there. So if you've been to London, I've been to Heart of Gaming before. You normally pay, I think it's about £6–7. You can go there sort of like all day. This flyer gives you 50% off. So next time I'm in London, love to get a few of us to go, and they've always got tournaments and that. You might see the Heart of Gaming sort of in the background of, is it, not Play Nation, I don't know, some might be Play Nation. Play Nation, the TV show. So there's a couple of people from, is it Ginks TV or Jinx TV? They're always on it. Some random American guy who's pretty hilarious, actually. Pretty hilarious. They used to have a little retro corner in there, but that seems to have disappeared over the last couple of series. But sometimes they've got the arcade machines and stuff in the back, and if you look at the credits, it says like filmed at locations like the Heart of Gaming. And that's where it is, and that's the convention I went to. And there is another one in, I think it's June? Yeah, no, one in July. 4th or 5th of July. Same place, I guess. Yeah, includes karaoke, there was a pub quiz. Must be. I don't know, actually. I really don't know. So there's lots of people cosplaying and that. There wasn't much to buy. I wanted to buy a bit more. I think there was only one stall, but quite a lot of people were up actually to the video games market. And there's Rich from Retroactive. That was the only place to buy. So I was like, all right, Rich, Retroactive. I was like, I thought you'd be at the video games market, what it was called. The Retro Collect Video Games Market. Goes, well, everyone's going to be there, but I thought I'll come down here, and I'm going to be the only person here. So I think he did really well, and I think he was only there the Saturday, and he got all his stuff into 2 cars, and yeah, he was a good lad, he was. I was well wrecked, I don't know what I was saying to him. He was saying, you got a massive collection, mate, you got too much stuff. I'm like, really? I don't think I have got too much stuff. It's well funny. But yeah, the next one's the 4th and 5th of July. And yeah, so when we got back to the hotel in the evening, I'm like, he goes, oh, well, you got some games? I go, yeah, I got some games. I got like, yeah, I got this for the Mega CD, and that for the Virtua Fighter. Oh, like, no. It wasn't the normal plain Asian guys. So it was just, I think it was just 2 ladies. I'm like, no, the games aren't in the cases. I was like, oh, too much thinking about beers and going for beers with my friend. I'm like, no, because I was thinking, these are bloody light. So yeah, I was a bit gutted that there's no games in them. And because I was actually obviously at the event, the shop was closed. I was going to go on Sunday, but to go on the underground and then go to bloody the overground, it cost like, probably, I think it's about 12 quid or something. So I thought, great, I'm going to pay 12 quid to go pick these jobbies up. Well, they're only worth about 17 quid, so like, oh great, I'm going to be paying an extra 12 quid. So one of my friend who lives in Croydon, hopefully, on Friday, he's going to go in and I'll message him. Okay! Maybe that one's broken! Oh shit. Fuck it out. Hashtag twat. Oh, fuck it hell. Hopefully I got about 10 road revenges or Avengers, hopefully. I can swap the fucking cases out. Unless they're different. Worst video ever. Anyway, yeah, hopefully my mate's gonna go fucking retro goddess, she gives and she takes, fucking bitch. Anyway, yeah, so my mate's hopefully he's gonna bloody pick him up for me. Speaking of retro goddess, she gives and takes, on a brilliant weekend, loved it. So I love leaving Cornwall, man, fucking hell. Went from my games room with sort of like my friends who always come round and stuff. I literally, to be honest, I love the summer games collection, just fucking live in London. But everyone says London's rubbish, so they hate it up there, but then I hate Cornwall, but then people come on holiday down here thinking, oh, you live in a lovely part of the country. I'm like, no I don't. There's only so much greenness. The thing is, I noticed, bloody, even when we left like the event at like 2 in the morning, I'm thinking, fuck me, it's busy. It was like a fucking, like a road bloody traffic light fucking jam at like half 2 in the morning just outside the convention and when we were trying to get back to the hotel. I'm like, this is crazy. This is bloody crazy. When we got up early in the morning on the Sunday, must have been about 10 o'clock. And we're just going to the event again. Like, once again, it's like a traffic jam. I'm like, mate, fucking London's just a car park, isn't it? And I couldn't see any stars either. I'm like, mate, I was thinking, there's no clouds in there. My iPhone like Met Office says it's clear, but I can't even see any stars, mate. So that's the only thing I think I miss actually in Cornwall. Like no bloody orange lights from the whole of London. Can't you see some stars? But that's the only good thing about living down here, really. But yeah, some more beautiful women at the train station. I'm in Cornwall fucking all year. All last year, I mean. It was well fun. I'm like, oh, who are you? This is the way you get on a train, stop at a tube station and think, oh, where's the nearest nightclub? And do like a different nightclub in each train stop every single week, every single Saturday night. just love it, just love it. Anyway, yeah, so I left the event, I was thinking, oh, my train's at 2 minutes to 6, I thought, what time do I leave? So I stayed till about 4, walked to the train station, and the nearest one was, I think it was Hollywood, not Hollywood, Hollywell Road? Hollywell anyway. And it was one of these old stations that they haven't even updated. I'm like, walking down these steps, going, and they're getting smaller and smaller. I'm thinking, fucking hell, this is a bloody old train station. Unlike the other ones, which have all been upgraded. I guess it's just one of those little ones that not many people get off or get on. And, and I'm thinking, is it northbound or southbound? I go, oh, it must be southbound. And I literally just stepped my head to go to southbound. Whoa! My Donkey Kong cat went, whoosh, just flew off my head. See, whilst my hair was just like this. I've saved my hair for like a day. To show you that my hair was like this, man. It like went, whoa, flew off my head onto the track, onto the underground. I was like, no. I was like, Retro Goddess, why have you forsaken me? In your heart's forsaken me. I'm like singing like this, and there's people looking at me fucking, what is wrong with him? I'm like, mate, my Donkey Kong cat went flying, and actually was actually on the actual underground rails. I'm looking and thinking, do I get electrocuted if I go and get this one? Go get the cap. I was like, fucking just pacing up and down for 2 minutes. They probably think I was a crazy man with his hairstyle. Anyway, with like no cap on. I'm thinking, oh my god. I'm like, wow, what do I do? And then the train came along, and then like left, and then like my cat was like, and I was thinking, okay, that's the end of that conversation. All my cat was all like black tar or whatever. I was thinking, well, I guess I'll just go bloody order a new one on the internet. So I quickly fucking turn around, got on the train. I was like with my hair like this, like because I put my Sonic cap on like the bottom of my fucking. It was on the bottom of fucking my bag, bottom of my suitcase. I'm like, great, walking around like this, thinking, oh fucking hell, worst bad hair day in London ever. Get me out of here. Yeah, and then I was thinking, oh great. I needed to go to Paddington, so you normally go to King's Cross, and then you take, I think it's a circle line to Paddington, but that one line was like closed, so I had to go further south to, I think it was Oxford Circus or something, and then get on the Bakerloo line and go upwards. But that wasn't exactly very clear with the signs, and everyone was like not even sociable. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get to Paddington, which is the best way to go? And everyone was like, oh, the French are speaking. The Arabians are speaking, the Germans are speaking. I'm like, bloody hell, there's no one English. And then someone from London is speaking. I'm like, is there no one from England? No one is speaking English. I can even understand them. Can you understand the fucking Cockneys? I'm like, what the hell? You don't speak like you're on EastEnders. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, God, I'm like, great, where do I go? So I'm like, trying to get the little tourist, get my map out. And then someone just tripped over my bag. I'm thinking, for fuck's sake. I'm thinking, there's a bag there. It's like, whoa, sorry, mate. I'm like, someone in English. I'm like, mate, I'm supposed to try to get to Paddington, but the circle line's going. He goes, you got to go down the Bakerloo line. Go down south, go to Bakerloo line, and take the north line. I'm like, okay, thanks for that, mate. That clears it up. So I thought I'd just follow him. And then there's one to the south to, I think it was Oxford Circus. Thought, let's just get off at Oxford Circus. And then all I had women just going, change for the Bakerloo line. I thought, oh cool, get on the Bakerloo line. Go on the Bakerloo line. I'm thinking, fuck me, my train's leaving in 10 minutes time. Just trying to run for the gates. I'm like, oh no, get my ticket out, put it in the machine. I'm like, quickly, I've made the train in time. But it's like the last sort of like train to fucking Cornwall or to the southwest. So normally, like I said, every other stop it stopped. So it was like the busiest train ever. Luckily I got a seat. My OCD was pointing in the right direction. I thought, oh, thank God, I made it. Whoop whoop. But without my Donkey Kong cap, no. Without games in the cases, no. Oh, yeah, it was pretty funny. It's such a good weekend. I just love my little random gaming events. Something funny always happens. And then on the way home, they had signalling problems in Exeter. So we stopped at a random station for 45 minutes. Everyone was just going mental on the train. They're like, we want to go home. Because obviously everyone's been in London all weekend. They just want to go home. So my train was supposed to get in, I think it was 11:15, but didn't get into like 12:55. Funny thing, they had signalling problems at Exeter, so we finally got to Exeter. Or they're saying, we've got to stop here for 40 minutes. We've got to stop here for about 5 to 10 minutes to let a train pass. And then half an hour later, I'm thinking, mate, no one. I was just like this random guy next to me, like, mate, have you seen a train go past? He's like, no. Like, it's a single track apparently. We're like, what the hell's going on? And then they go, you can get off the train if you want to, and then come back on. and this guy was like arguing with his wife or something, or was arguing with someone. When we stopped at Exeter, that's suddenly the bloody transport police were there. And it's like talking to his man and wife or something because they were arguing and stuff. Because the conductor thought they were getting in a fight, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake! So we're there for like another 20 minutes while they're sorting that out. And then the police left, and I guess they all calmed down, and maybe a false alarm. So we're there at the train station thing, and everyone was like, thank God for that, we can fucking go home. So we came in like that, and then suddenly we sort of reversed out the train station, and everyone was like, what the fuck, where are we going? People banging on the windows, whoa, oh no, what, like, kill me now, I just want to go home. I just want to go. And then the conductor came in and was like, conductor, where are we going, where are we going? Oh, we have to turn round and go on a different line. We'll be a longer route, but you'll get home quicker than if you were to wait for the signaling problem to fix. And we're like, oh, kill me now. But because I was going backwards, bloody my OCD was like, no. And then we finally got to where it said Dawlish, and then we're like going past. I'm like, well, at least I'm going the wrong direction, but I'm just facing the wrong way. This is killer me. Oh, fucking hell. What a weekend. Too many beers. Definitely too many beers. Yeah, so it's really good. It was really good catching up with Katsu, Ian Wall, Sammy, the Mario Kart champion. He just does with the laps as fast as possible. I'm like, it's so funny. Every time I see him, I'm like, mate, you've ever completed a lap without jumping? And this always gives me evil like that, but it's really funny. It's a really good lad, he is. 90s video games dude. Tom from Retro Collect, so yeah, he always does the podcasts as well. So hopefully he's going to be doing a couple of new podcasts as well. But I hear you guys had all good. Battery about to go. You guys had a good event up north with the retro video games markets. Hope you didn't have too many beers without me. It's all about the beers. Yeah. So hopefully they're on different weekends next year. So I'll definitely go. Goddamn case broken. Donkey Kong Capcom. At least I've still got Sonic. If you haven't seen my photo on Facebook, on it like Sonic. So cheers guys, yeah, that's all my pickups and my random tales. So hopefully I haven't rambled on for a while, but yeah, it's really think about it, I was like, I haven't even spoken to anyone about like what basically happened last weekend, like all week, so I'm sort of speaking to the camera, so I'm like reliving, like, and can't stop laughing to myself thinking it was really a funny weekend. So yeah, so cheers, gotta hide the afro. No more bad hair days. So cheers people, in Retro Goddess we trust. She gives, she takes. Ooh. The next event I might be going to is Play Expo Blackpool, which I think has been confirmed. So I'm just talking. I'm doing this. What day is it? Thursday. So I'm just talking, messaging some guy called Patrick, and hopefully Chris Renee. He's going to be coming as well. So hopefully going to be sharing a room with Patrick. Definitely going to, basically definitely going. So I'm just going to confirm it. I need to go book the tickets as well, the event tickets. So yeah, so cheers guys, take care. Whoop whoop. Fuck it up.